Oh, greetings, good morning. This is Brother Eric speaking on behalf of the Justice Coalition. Just going to test just testing the audio, making sure it's working. And hopefully, just almost there. Good, that works. All right. 4 board members were at the meeting. 5, 10, 11, 12 were not at the meeting. Previous minutes were read and approved. Communication and Bills, Sister Deborah Lane wanted us to pay for her Trailblazer reception. It's an organization she's a part of. The majority of the members approved $500 donation. I asked her what it is, and she said she was a part of it. I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe you should donate the money out of the huge salary we give you. But y'all are so quiet at these membership meetings. It's like, here I am, the Grinch, not letting the kiddies have all their money, all their free money from our dues. But y'all got to speak up, straight up. Okay, you complain about these people blowing our money. I do it too, but say something. You got to speak up. They do this every month. Come to the meeting and vote down the spending, please. So if you want a ticket, call the secretary up. She'll hook you up. Also, there's a workers' rights amendment asking for phone bankers at IBEW Union Hall. Call the secretary for details. Networking Women were calling for donations for mammograms, so they did not ask the membership for the money from our dues. They were just asking for members to pay out of pocket. So trying to make sure women who don't have access to reliable health care get their mammograms. It's a very noble effort. So reach out to them. Call the union office to get in touch with them. They were selling cupcakes at the time. There's a pension party, pensioners party. $1,100 of your dues money are being spent so that the pensioners can party. Again, will you show up in these meetings so we can vote down this spending? I mean, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry, pensioners, retirees. You're great, thank you, but we don't have the money. We're supposed to be giving members contract books and whatnot, and we don't because we don't have the money. We had delegates that couldn't go because we don't have the money, but yet we're spending money on parties. Think about that. Think about that. Okay, we got $384,000 roughly in the general fund or in our bank. Total deposits were 184. Total spending was 145. Stuff is way down, y'all. People are just not paying dues anymore. Our grievance fund is 82,000 in the black. Total spending was 11,000. So that's really good. You're not gonna get special dues. So if you do get special dues, it could be dues arrears, back dues. I wish the secretary would tell people before she take it out. Scholarship is about $3,000 now. Money was spent out for recipients. Wind Trust account, which is the PPP loan, is still at $7,000. I made a motion to print the financial report for the members, and refused to allow it to get seconded. Out of order. And Lane said, let me do my job to me. And I told her, and then she said, you need to learn how to do your job. And I said, my job is holding you accountable. And I went like this. She didn't like that. And I'm sorry, members, but y'all telling me I'm disrespectful. What the hell's your problem? These people are disrespectful of democracy. Any motion that comes to the floor has to be called for a second. And if it's seconded, it has to be voted. It doesn't matter. Even if I said I move that we do 25 jumping jacks and say, hooray, hooray. If it gets seconded, and we vote for it, then those who can do it will do it, and those who don't. But it has to go. That's called democracy, and they don't respect that here. And you lecture me about being disrespectful. You tell them to be respectful. All right, some grievance issues. You need 200 days for supervision. You know what? I didn't ask about so much happening, but if you're applying for supervision, you need 200 days. So I'm not sure what that means. Uh, if the manager says go home instead of taking a drop, just do it. Just do it. It's a setup. It's a setup to get you fired. You random drop. You end of the day, you're tired. You're running late. You got to pick up your children from school. Guess what? If you don't do it, they're gonna try to fire you, and the union leadership will not do anything about it because it's in the contract. Isn't that nice? Um, oh boy, and the managers do lie. So when they tell you, yeah, I'll hook you up, some might, some might not. If they get caught, they'll deny they did it. All right, y'all. If you volunteer for OT, they say, yeah, come on in for OT, and then all of a sudden they cancel the OT, then no one's doing it. You can't grieve for lost overtime. Watch out for these doors at the curved stations. It makes it hard to see. People are starting to pack around the trains a lot. It's getting crowded. And guess what? If someone complains that you close the door on them, uh, from what I saw, the union leadership will side with the CTA because they'll find some other reason, some other thing. So make sure you bring the train to a full stop. Make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. Follow the rules. Now, of course, even the executive board members who might operate trains don't do it, but they'll make sure that if you get caught not doing everything 90, 110%, you're going to get left hanging because it's in the contract. We don't want to waste the members' money with arbitrations. Yeah, but you don't want to waste organizing to demand respect at work, do you? Bunch of hypocrites. Always the burden of proof is for the contract, for the union. When it comes to the CTA, discipline is the burden of proof. Um, okay, we have more vaccine stuff, people being fired. It's just pathetic. And everyone's arguing about, well, you gonna do it? You're not gonna do it? You're gonna do it? Well, but guess what? The union leadership, President Dixon, gave the decision to an arbitrator. We wanted to fight. The members wanted to fight to have testing. So if you don't vaccinate, you got to get tested every week or something, every day, whatever the hell it was. But no, we just give it to the arbitrator. And of course, they side with the CTA, and the CTA's firing people. And no one talks about that at the meeting, do they? Because not enough of you go to the meetings, or maybe you're not listening to my reports. You are being sold out by Eric Dixon, Keith Hill, all the time. And you got to hold these people accountable. You got to organize. You got to kick them out. We got to clear the whole board of these officers. They really don't want to. They have no stomach for fighting like a real union. Uniform store delays. All right, y'all that ordered stuff from the uniform store and it's not coming in. Okay, they said the manager's gonna start writing you up for violations. So to cover yourself, carry around the receipt about the back ordered uniforms that you ordered that you don't have. Okay, carry the receipt, print it out. Don't pull out your phone because they'll write you up for that, and the union will say, well, you shouldn't use your phone. So print it out, please. Save your job. I'm trying to help you, and they're sort of trying to help you. Right now, Mark Weems said they're talking to CTA about an incentive outside of contract negotiations for train operators. Yeah, I think they got a backlash from what they did for the supervisors at the terminals. A couple percent. But really, the problem is we need two-person crews, less trips, full-time jobs for all. That would take care of a lot of these problems. because their operators, they could pay you twice what you're getting now. You're still going to be miserable and have injuries and not get home on time. So eventually, you're just going to break down, and the money won't be worth it. So, my opinion. We got some members back, some names: Buck, Foster, Stokes, Lee, and others. And I can speak for Brother Lee because he sent me a message. You know, it's kind of like, yeah, y'all made these deals, you're saving us on arbitrator costs, but because you refuse to organize, we still get punished for doing things we didn't do. And, you know, like Brother Nolan Lee, I mean, he did nothing. He did nothing. They screwed him up, screwed him totally, and he's out 2 months of pay, plus no unemployment. You know, yeah, y'all can do better, but at the same time, you can do better before we have the problem. And that is, we organize to fight for full-time jobs for all, two-person crews, etc. Respect at work, you know, paid sick leave, accumulative, paid time off, all these kinds of things that people can use uh, to have a normal life. Okay, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I work with people. I'm a steward. I'm working with a lot of these people that they're throwing under the bus. So I'm talking to you from experience, okay? I'm not faking it. You can talk to the people that I help. In fact, we had some there at the meeting yesterday, and they saw the frustration on my face, you know, dealing with these people who are defending the CTA. So Mark Weems says a militant wing is needed in every union, but sometimes we need to just pick up the phone. So basically, Mark Weems is dissing the Chicago Transit Justice Coalition, people like myself as well, and that is the problem is, Brother Mark, the militancy. There is no militancy in Local 308. Any militancy that is expressed is quickly and harshly punished by you guys. You know, we're discredited, we're ignored, while the managers are threatening to murder us and ruin our lives. You want to pick up the phone, okay? So look at where that's getting us. All right, so you need to just admit it. We're not militant at all. We're a straight up business union. Okay, car repairers. President Dixon and Orvin Hurst are going to be doing a meeting with the CTA about the apprenticeship program. Brothers, sisters, and car repairers, God, call this man Dixon and tell him no part-time jobs. We don't want any part-timers working next to us doing our work. Okay, everything's got to be full-time. Progression could be a little different, but it's got to be full-time, totally, all the way. Let him know, because he doesn't give. I made a motion that he take some of us with him. He didn't even let that go to the floor. Orvin Hurst was say, hey, what about me? And I'm like, yeah, you're there, but we need some of us, because, you know, and then he was saying something he said, well, I'm going. And I'm like, yeah, but, you know, you defend the managers. They don't want you. And then lo and behold, and there's a parking lot talk at 95th. Watch out, keep your hands to yourself. Please don't attack your coworkers. So I don't know exactly where this is coming from, but hey, I think I do, but I'll leave it alone. So they refused to. So lastly, one of the car repairers brought charges against our executive board member Orvin Hurst. He referred the brother to the manager for being written up. It was terrible. You're a union executive board member. I know you may not like someone. You know they're out of bounds, but don't write them up. And the write-up was so trivial, and it was wrong. I mean, so the brother's grieving it. So, you know, and then, you know, Boss Dixon just said, no, you can't read that now. I said, no, in this section 22 of the ATU Constitution, it has to be read. Let the brother read it. You know, and no. And the secretary said, no, I have to read it. You have to turn. You know, these people make up this stuff. So next month, the charges will be read. So car repairers, show up, damn it. Thank you, though, for those that did come. But show up, because we got to get Hurst out of here. He did not out of the CTA. He needs his job, but he can't be an executive board member. He's way too friendly to the managers. He's way too pro CTA and anti-worker, anti-union. Just straight up, and he says it. He says it to people. So it's like, nah, step down. We got other people that can do what you're doing a little less worse. Let them take over, because you're just ruining things. Good news, Dixon did the right thing and he broke a tie, which sent one of our flagmen's grievances to arbitration. This is a brother that I've been working with. So thank you, President Dixon, for doing something right. Giving you credit, brother. I hate your guts, but you did the right thing, and you deserve credit for that. And Dixon wanted to talk to me after the meeting about a workplace complaint, and that I assisted some coworkers. And he's like, well, what do you want me to do with it? I'm like, you're the president. Go talk to the people. You figure it out. I mean, why is the president, and he wants to talking to me like I'm a little bee. I'm like, nah, you say please if you want to talk to me. Say please, I want to talk. Please talk to me. And I just gave him the middle finger, and he said F you back, and it was real nice. So that's it. Hope to see you around. Make sure you share this video with a whole bunch of people. Peace.